Okay, let's see how this one's going to turn out. It's an interesting one, and I'm probably going to find a use for it, because when I get married to Luigi, I'll be moving in. Luigi's my future husband that I've been preparing to meet for a long time. So I'm basically I'll just check that out later when I get the original. But basically, yeah, when we get married, we've got a lot of things to do, but at the moment, I'm just doing my demo shit that I normally do. And I can't wait to get together with him and get married. And this was found in a shopping centre, a small shopping centre, and it's a box. Yeah, it's a box, so it's going to be useful for putting, it's not a big box like what you'd expect for moving, but it's a box that'll be useful, I guess, for moving, because I could stick some small items in there, like trinkets or whatever. I've got some trinkets I've got, like, which I could probably use the box for. So it's nice to have small boxes as well as big boxes for moving. So it's a very nice looking one too. It's very stylish, and it was just left behind at a shopping centre. And I thought it's got a nice pattern on it, and that's why I'm using it. I'm not going to put any more black in, because I don't want the black to overwhelm the purple. Well, I've just told you part of the colour scheme. Let's see how we go with it. Right, what is it? It's a box. We all know that. There it is. Very stylish. There was something nice inside this box, I suspect. But we're going to photocopy it. We're going to put it on the glass. It's going to be a demo. That's what I do with things that I find, is I demo with them. So I'm thinking, I'm going to put it up to the A4, and we've got to stretch it a bit along that way. So we're just going to make this look really nice. So let's see how we go. Horizontally, we're going to have to stretch it. So we're going to go here, and the horizontal is going to be 120, and the vertical, we're just going to keep it 100. We're just going to keep it at 100. I just thought I'd try to make a decision. But anyway, let's see how we go. We're going to turn this into a negative. So let's see how this looks. It's really stylish, and I just figured it'd be a waste just leaving it to be disposed of, because what's better than recycling the material, which in this case is mostly cardboard and shit, is to reuse it. And reuse is better than recycle. You do reuse before you recycle, but that looks interesting. I can't see much, there's not much yellow as I was hoping for, and this is in the middle. We don't want that in the middle. So I'm trying to think how we're going to make this look really nice, because we want this to be not in the middle. So we're just going to put it all the way down, going to line up the edges, and we're going to enlarge this probably the same. We're just going to go here, and I'm thinking we might see if we can add a background colour, if that's going to do any good for this image. So wondering if we're going to go, what are we going to use? I'm going to use red. Red doesn't go well. I'm thinking yellow. I've been using a lot of yellow in today's demos, so I'm wondering if we're going to do something different. If we're going to go blue or cyan or green. Green would look good if we don't use the red. If we use the red, the green's going to come out a khaki, horrible colour. And the hue is just going to be a little bit warmer. Hopefully this will work. Right. So maybe we're going to do something a little different. We're going to add blue, just a little bit. And maybe we're going to leave the black in the same position. Let's see how we go now with this new positioning and new colour settings. Let's see if we can make this look even better. But it's a nice box. It's going to be really handy to put trinkets and stuff in there, really small items. And that looks interesting. We got a background colour, but I must say it's still not what I want, and that's still too close to the middle. So I'm wondering if we're gonna maybe punch up the enlargement on the vertical. So we're going to go here, and we're going to make this one also 120. And we're going to change our background. We're going to make it yellow, the happy colour. I know I've done yellow for all the demos I've done today, but we just feel that yellow is the best colour for this type of image. You know, with purple, it's a beautiful colour. And now we're just going to pump up the red a little bit. The blue's gone, and the hue, we're going to just put it colder to cool it down. And let's see how this one looks. So we'll just show you the scan. Scanner just squeaked a little bit, just a fraction. You probably didn't hear it, but I hear these things quite easily. I know I've gotten to know this machine quite well since I got it. Stabilising image, please wait. That's typical Konica Minolta. Let's see if we can make this look really nice. So let's see if that comes out a treat. Now that looks a lot better. That's a lot nicer now. The yellow looks a bit green. It looks a little bit on the green, even though the camera doesn't show it. Wondering if we can if we're going to leave it like that, and if we're going to make this into a nice mirror image. So, wondering if we're going to just take out, we're going to leave it like that, I guess. We'll soon find out, see how it goes. Okay. So we're going to make this into a mirror image, as you've probably guessed. So we're just going to... So yeah, this is the first use of this box. I don't like that colour. It's too green. It looks green rather than yellow. But I know the camera doesn't... The camera phone doesn't pick it up quite as that colour. But it's interesting anyway. Let's see if we can punch off 2 mirror images. So we're just going to switch that on, and we're just going to punch off 2 copies of that. So here we go. Just going to press that, and that silly Konica Minolta 3-step photocopy process that they've got, which is really dumb, but that's Konica Minolta, full of dummies. So anyway, enough about the dummies. Oh fuck! Yeah, this is another Konica Minolta ism, is when you got an odd size and you're doing mirror image, that's what happens. You lose part of the image, or it just crops the image randomly. So you got to go here and you got to switch this on. So you choose the paper size that you want to put on the image, like the area that you're using. In this case, it'll be A4 landscape. So now when we print these off, it shouldn't cut off, it shouldn't create this effect, that effect with this, like cutting it off. It should put the whole image in the frame that you want to print. You got to learn about these. These machines are really, even though they're bullshit, they're made in a shitty way, but they're still quite complicated. They're extremely complicated, and yeah, hopefully some of my tips will help a lot of people when they're trying to navigate their way through a typical copier system, because they're all, it's funny, many of them they're all different in many ways, but they've got similarities as well, which is kind of strange. But then there's not much creativity going on in the photocopier industry. It's all about making money and They don't even have any new features anymore, just changing the way things look. And in this case with Konica Minolta, they've changed the way the user interface behaves, and it's really dumb. So, but anyway, I think that looks all right. It looks a bit green to the naked eye. Apart from that, I quite like it.